Ayman Khan here for Seconds Out with Andy Lee, the day after the night before Jason Quigley defeated by Edgar Berlanga. Andy, first of all, how is Jason?
He's fine physically, disappointed, emotionally. We went to the hospital last night just as a precaution, just because it was a tough fight, long round, long fight, and he got all clear. Hand is fine, face is fine, but it was a tough bruising fight. But I'm proud of how he fought. I'm proud of how he how he held himself under pressure, and I think he showed people a little bit of what he's capable of.
Did he? It seemed like he did. Did he handle the early knockdown better than he obviously did against Andrade?
Oh, I think he was. Listen, his jaw was broke against Andrade. You know, it's the Andrade fight. Hopefully now it's not erased from people's memory, but I think this fight shows, a bit more what Jason really is. Listen, we still lost, so it's not a victory, but in some ways it's a moral victory for Jason. They thought they were going to steamroll him. They probably thought it was going to go 4 or 5 rounds. He gave Berlanga plenty of trouble. And Jason, to me, he's only improved. He's only starting to find himself now as a fighter. Really find an identity of who he is and what he is. It's certainly not the end of his story yet, I don't think.
Yeah, well, that was my next question. Was that conversation had about whether it could be the end of his story?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, it's only he will decide that. He will decide.
Coming into the 12th round, look, a lot of people online were saying that they were having Quigley winning the fight. He was boxing well after the fight, and what happened in the 12 happened. But how did he score it up until the 12?
Yeah, I thought he was right in the fight. I thought he won about maybe five. I thought he won 5 rounds in a row after the knockdowns in the 3rd round. And the knockdown in the 3rd round wasn't a knockdown. Low blows. It was, we weren't given any help or any favor. We weren't done any favors here. But we expected that. The last round, Berlanga really poured it on, and fair play to him, credit to him. He's a good young fighter, much better than people give him credit for. And he was better last night than he had been in previous fights. There was no lunging in, there was no falling in with his punches. He was quite composed, walked Jason down, and punched when Jason punched. So he actually showed, and he has a good jab too, surprisingly good jab. So. And he's a good composure and fighter, I mean, he got rocked himself, but he can't always fight back. So credit to both men. It was a good fight, and I think they both lead with credit. Their reputations are enhanced, even though there's a winner and a loser. They both come out looking good.
As a trainer, as a coach, and an analyst who really kind of has a finger on the pulse of boxing, we've seen Berlanga kind of tire after those 4 rounds, and it seemed like maybe to him in his mind he tired and maybe thought because of knockdowns he was sailing. What holes were you seeing that you could see Jason take advantage of to get those points up?
I think it was what Jason was doing was what offsetting him. He couldn't carry on. It was the adjustments Jason made. And listen, the first couple of rounds there was a lot of nervous energy in Jason, I think, and that's natural when you're in with such a big puncher. But once he settled into the fight, I knew he was going to get better. As I said to him in the corner, the longer it goes, the better for you. Stay in this fight because you're going to start winning these rounds. And he did. And he was winning. He was dominating. To me, he was boxing the rounds and winning the rounds, apart from the knockdowns.
Final thing, if Jason is to return, which is the plan to, what sort of opposition, what level of opposition would you like to see him in against?
He's proven his level, he's proven his quality, and I think we're always up for challenges. We'll see how it goes. You can have a good rest now. Katie Taylor, if she fights in Dublin again by the end of the year, put him on there against anybody.
Final thing for me, Andy. Wilder's team have sent a contract to Ruiz's team. If the fight does happen, who's the favourite?
I have no idea about that fight, but you favour Wilder, but listen, it's all speculation.
All speculation, fair enough. Andy, appreciate it. Thanks for giving me time. Much appreciated, sir.